do that? How would you do that? I can't get it right.
And we gotta do something different. I understand that. I really do. But when you're set in communities with economic depravity or disparities, we are forced to survive any way possible. So when you don't have economic opportunity, then you got people that go outside of the norm to do what they got to do to survive. I talked to this young man. And said, hey, I'm trying to get you a job. And he said, yeah, when you gonna give me a job? But I got a record. And just yesterday, I put a young man on my iPad, and he didn't even know how to fill out the application. Because we don't have the opportunity to sit him down and say, hey, let me show you how to fill out the application. Because when they fill it out, they get discouraged and leave the process. I looked at it yesterday, he left the process. And I said, ho, I'll fill it out for you. And then today, because he didn't have the criteria, they wrote back and said, disapprove. So how can I open the door for this young man? I can't, because it's closed. It's closed.
Well, welcome to the Bureau, and there's a collection of items, digital archives, notations. In the digital archive, I have a series of two categories. One of them are postcards, which are of my great-great-grandmother back from the Ottoman Empire and Austro-Hungarian Empire. And the Cumhuriyet, the other section, is newspapers, which means republic, and it's all the front pages of those newspapers from 31st of March 1991 and 11th of June 1999, and that's around 9 years of duration of the Yugoslavian Civil War. The more of the idea of mundane at the time of atrocities.
Okay.
It continues and becomes the norm, and there are ways to cope with that, whether that would be a daily ritual of that, maybe making a coffee or something else, and there's a coexistence of these both are absurd. And there's like a form of like repetition.
Right.
So the daily life persists.
Right, even though all these things are going on, people still have to read their paper and drink their coffee in the morning.
True. And also in other ways, I feel like bureaucracy embodies really well in a way, because bureaucracy is both repetitive and absurd, and the ideas of statehood, nationalism, the bureau.
Right.
So yeah.
Awesome.
This is the result of trying to make those ends meet outside of the norm. And we got to change that from legislation. Not just legislation, but community members also. Legislation. Diane Bell McCoy speaks about transformational change and transactional change. And transactional change, when we do the services that we do for safe streets, reconstruct and rebuild, McGarry Park, whatever, Amazing Grace, we do that transactionally. But we need to do it transformationally on the legislation level. Because now you're coming back with 10-year mandatory minimums. That's not fixing the problem.